While this development is clearly frightening, really, for Japan and for the Japanese government, it is nothing new. Japan, in fact, has been within range of North Korean missiles for years, decades. Actually, the policy that Tokyo, along with Seoul and Washington, have been pursuing is diplomatic isolation and containment. That's why you're seeing calls for more UN action today, and that's why you're hearing from the likes of Rex Tillerson demanding a response from Moscow and from Beijing. Outside of the sound bites, though, very few things are concretely likely to change. Japanese defense policy here is based around primarily US military presence, and while missile defenses are being invested in, those are likely to take years to come online, which leaves really few other military options, for Japan at least, on the table. Don't forget as well that Japan, of course, is a country with a huge history of pacifism, especially because of everything the country went through in the Second World War. So these North Korea developments are prompting an argument about whether that culture and tradition needs to change, and Shinzo Abe says it does. In general, though, people want to do everything they can to avoid conflict.
And how are these missiles able to fly over Japan without any countermeasures being used?
Well, fundamentally, it's because Japan doesn't want to make the situation worse. It's not entirely clear yet precisely what missile this was that was fired in the early hours of this morning, but Japan does have the technology to shoot down the ones at least that we know about. Japan's alert system did kick in, advising those beneath the missile's flight path to seek shelter after it had been launched. But once it was clear where the missile was going, it really almost seemed pointless to shoot it down, of course, going into the sea. But if, for instance, Japan shot and tried to shoot down the missile and missed or failed for some other reason, that could potentially embolden Kim Jong-un further. There are calls, I should say, by some here to deal with these missiles more aggressively, but really diplomacy is what the government is most concerned about, and even destroying something like a missile has the potential to inflame this situation even more.